could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars.
I don't think we told them about these new seats. This is part of the comfort package, right?
Yes. So we got the post and seat for both of our bikes, and as you can see, this very beefy strut system here is supposed to. What is that called, Carl?
It's a suspension post.
That's it, suspension. That was the word I was looking for.
But look at the two seats. Can you hold that side by side?
Sure.
Because this seat is much more. I'm going to come around and show you the thickness. This is supposed to be a much more comfortable seat. Now, I will tell you, what I don't like about it is it doesn't say Lectric. I really like their brand name.
Yeah.
And it is provided by Lectric. We purchased it from Lectric.
It says
The post says it, but the seat itself doesn't say it. But it is a much more padded seat, and if you got a big old fat derriere like me, this thing will come in real handy for you.
Now, what I'm concerned about on my bike is, what I understand is, this raises the seat up automatically by about 3 inches, and I'm 5'4", so I've already got the stock seat as low as it'll go, and I feel very comfortable. My feet are flat on the ground, which is what I wanted. So I'm be curious to see how much higher this is. There's a couple of hacks that I've seen of people who turn this brace here upside down, and so it creates it closer to the seat
to try to lower it.
Yeah, and that may be what we have to do. We don't know yet, but we're going to give it a whirl. Let's see how it goes. So this was Carl's bike, and all you got to do is unhook this.
And I think we all know this is the best bike.
There's the top view.
There's the two seats,
seats, if you want to see them.
Good. That was a
and,
good shot.
The angle is just a little bit different on this one.
Yeah.
Clearly because there's suspension back there, right?
Right.
And then the post itself seems to be about the same. Would you say, Carl?
Maybe, yeah, about the same length. I think what raises the seat is what you said, all of that
The
suspension back
suspension
there,
part.
all those springs and stuff.
And,
but let's
the
see.
seat itself is maybe a little thicker.
Yeah, definitely thicker.
And I
You're
like
right.
the white stitching on the old one. This one doesn't.
I know. You know
not
what?
as
We could
fancy.
maybe we could paint the Lectric logo on there, or get a decal or something.
Okay,
So
it
it's
just
that
slides
easy,
down.
you guys. Look what she did. She opened this up. She pulled out the other seat. It just came right out, and the new seat is going right in, as you can see.
And I don't know how tall you
Down
need it.
lower than that, baby doll.
Okay.
Right about there.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get on it in a second and see how it feels with that suspension and the thicker seat and the springs and stuff. Okay, so we got some grease on there because everything comes like lubed up because they know you're going to be using it, and they need it to be ready to go. And so you know what they say, you don't want no grease on your saddle. So let's see here. I'm going to get up. I went into Cletus there. So I will show you in a little bit how at least I set these up, but let's go see what this thing feels like. Oh, that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's going up and down.
Oh, wow.
Hold it. All right, let's see what happens here. Very good. Very nice. I'm gonna adjust the seat a little bit because it's just a little bit too low for pedaling. If I wanted to just use my throttle, it would be fine, but I need a little bit more of an extension of my legs when I pedal.
Do my feet now. All right.
Okay, so that's a pretty nice, robust tube that goes down in, right? That's a thick metal, and that little clamp is very nice.
So the thumb screw, right, adjusts the tension on the strength around the post.
And Lectric recommends that when you clamp that, it should be just tight enough that it leaves a mark on your hand, like a little, right? Like,
okay.
just, you don't want to hurt yourself, but a little mark on the palm of your hand.
That's it?
That's because of, that's why it raises yours. Your tube is not as long as the XP. This is the new seat. The new seat combined with the new seat post, which is a suspension post, is too high for her. And we'll talk about that later. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take the standard seat post that came with the bike. We've already put the new seat on it, which is a bigger, broader seat, because both of us need that. I need it more than she does. And so we're gonna cut about 3 inches off of this seat post, because this seat sits up higher, just because of the way it's built, it sits up higher, and this won't go low enough. It bottoms out in the tube. So we got to get rid of some of this, and then this will sit down lower for her, because as you know, she likes for her feet to touch the ground, both feet, right? So we're gonna rig that up for her so she doesn't have to be afraid when she's riding. Handy safety tip when you're using one of these. By the way, I love this thing. It's a Black & Decker, man, and it just does the job for me. Anyway, so I'm sawing, right? Sawing along, and I'm thinking, wow, if there's any metal flying off, I'm in good shape because I got my eyeglasses on.
Yeah, me not so much.
And then when I got finished,
Put some safety glasses on if you're doing this.
safety tip, safety is number one. We apologize for doing it wrong. It's your fault.
Ah.
Her fault. And she should have had some safety goggles on, but actually as the operator, I should have made sure she had safety glasses on, because the operator is in charge of safety.
I'm
So
a safety girl.
yeah, not so much.
So Carl cut off the end of the seat post. This is the old seat post, right? It's not the suspension one, but we put the new suspension seat on. And I think this is gonna work great. Oh yeah. Yeah, look. Okay. I think I might even be able to raise it a little. Not bad. I'm gonna raise it just a hair. Ugh. And see how that is. Let me see. I'm not gonna ride it right now, but okay, maybe I will put it back down. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's gonna be fine. I mean, it's a little higher than my other one was, still, but like it doesn't. I'm on my toes. I'm on my tiptoes, right? But I think I could always bike in high heels.
Hey everybody, wanted to thank you guys for your wonderful ideas. We still haven't settled on our final idea, but for right now, we bought this inexpensive bike rack to just get us around town a little bit. We probably won't use this for any kind of a long haul trip, but the idea is to be able to get it to some of the bike trails that are around Las Vegas and get our bikes there easy, completely unfolded and ready to go when we get there. So we're gonna mount this and put it on the truck and see what happens. So I'm gonna pull off my little hitch mount step, because I had bolted it on, and I really like it because it added a little bit of chrome to the rig. Also, it's handy if you need to step up into the bed for some reason. This goes into the receiver, as you can see, right? I don't want to put it too deep yet because I want to get the hitch pin. It actually uses a bolt with a key but a bolt. I want to get that started so that I don't go past where I need to go to get it in there properly. I don't know if you saw the bikes, but they are on this very inexpensive rack, and I'll tell you, I'm not sure that I like them this way, and the reason why is because the tires do not fit down into these brackets like they're supposed to. That's what these brackets are made for. So I'm thinking about a way that I can either modify them, or to Donna's point, we have these very nice ratchet straps that we can actually cut the tails off of so they're not too long, and we can ratchet them to that bracket each time. That may not be a bad way to go, right? So we're gonna look at that. That's just for getting us around town to go on the trails in the local Las Vegas area, because we would never be able to go down the road this way with our rig because it would not go over them. So it's just for us to use on the weekend to do the bike thing, right? The second thing that we are doing, and thank you to all of our viewers for your wonderful suggestions. There's two other concepts that we're probably gonna go with. One is to fold them up and put them in 55 or 65 gallon totes. You can get them at Lowe's, etc., or Home Depot, and slide them up the stairs to the rig and then into the landing area and let them ride that way in their totes. That's the other way. We were trying to avoid that because they get a little banged up. They get a little bit, the more you fold them up and put them together and drop them in those totes, the more wear and tear you're putting on them, which is okay. They're made for that.
And the more physical it requires us to be.
Right, it requires a lot more physical work. So I'm happy with this rack, except for the deepness of those brackets, by the way. I just need to look at that. The other idea, okay, so one of the other ideas, which we really like this idea, was to put a hitch up front here and put a bike rack on the front of it. That way, even if we're gonna use it around town, or if we're gonna use it with our RV, we can always use that front rack. I like that a lot, except for I don't have the best depth perception, and trust me, you watch this channel long enough, you're gonna see me in action, and I'm not sure I want anything hanging off the nose of my truck. So, but that is one of my favorite ideas. I'd have to have a hitch mounted up there. Clearly not a heavy duty hitch, just enough for the bikes, right? And we could put the bikes up front. We would know they were there as we're going down the road, and we can use it in town or on the road. So either one could be the way to go, the totes or that hitch. I think this might work, but I'm not happy with the tires. I already talked about that, so we'll see what happens there. Hey Donna, what are you doing?
So I bought this Schwinn mount for my phone, and I don't think I'm smart enough to figure this out. It doesn't fit on the handlebars. It's not tight enough, and it just kind of spins around like that, which is not helpful at all. So I've got some Velcro strapping. I'm going to tuck it inside of this mount and see if I can make it a little less slippery.
Make it like thicker so it has something to grip to.
Yeah.
Cool. How about this way? There it is. There it is. It ain't going nowhere.
Very cool.
Good plan on your part, Donna.
Well, I don't know. We'll see how long it makes it.
It wants to move just a little, so be a little bit ginger with it when you put your phone
Well, I
on
want to
it.
be able to film at the front of the bike as well as see it. This might not be what I need.
But you could film yourself, right?
We'll see.
Okay, cool.
Hey guys, thanks so much for being here. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you guys, all of our community. It's awesome.
It's great.
Listen, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and share the videos and subscribe. So hit that little subscribe down below so you know when we're going to put out another video.
Yeah, and guess what? We'll see you next week. Hi, guys.
You can't, it doesn't work that way.
Cut.